All right, just gotta make sure everything's good, guys. We should be good. Connection is excellent. Excellent. That's what I like to see. All right, we good. All right. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We are fabulous, everybody. Okay. All right. What's going on, guys? It's your boy. It's tais.worldtv. We are back. The OP Boys is back. This is an OP Boys production out here, okay? I know I'm by myself this time. It's okay. It's all right. My boy should be pulling up. Supposedly supposed to be pulling up this episode too. If not, that's cool. We'll catch him on the next one either way. So, guys, we're going to be talking about the Continental episode 2, okay? We're continuing the Continental reviews out here, okay? Like I said, the first episode was all right. It wasn't the best thing in the world. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. It was somewhere in the middle for me, okay? This episode, however, I like this one more than I did the first one. And we're going to talk about that. Before we talk about that, guys, please smash the like button. Please smash the subscribe button. Please smash the notification bell. Definitely comment down below. Definitely share the video. Definitely join the Patreon. All that good jazz. When you join the Patreon, you get the full access of the actual reactions that I do pertaining to like the anime ones because I do the full anime reactions without the blockers and stuff that I have to do for YouTube. You know what I mean? So if you want that content, support your boy at the same time. Go hook. Yeah, I said go hook. Go hook yourself up with the Patreon, okay? The link will be in the description and in the comments down below as well, okay? Now, get that out the way. Getting that out of the way. We're going to be talking about the Continental from the world of John Wick, episode 2. So, like I said, this episode, I did like this episode more. For a lot of reasons, and we're gonna get into it. I am gonna be going like back and forth with it. You know, what I liked, what I didn't like, things that that I saw, that I noticed, things of that nature. So we're gonna get into that. Hopefully my boys, Light Skin and Buggy come through. Hopefully they do. If they don't, that's fine too. So you're gonna have to deal with my ugly mug for another martial arts mayhem session. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I forgot to say that. I'm sorry. This is the martial arts mayhem hour out here, okay? Alright. 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 We're talking about everything martial arts action wise, okay? Every movie. Actually, we usually be covering the movies, but I said, you know what? Let's do the Continental. You know what I'm saying? I love John Wick. I love the world of John Wick. Actually, I feel like John Wick was like one of those action. How can I say it? One of those movies that changed the genre. One of those genre movies that changed the game. John Wick changed the game for action films. Okay, and again, last week I was a little bit disappointed because the things that I saw in John Wick are not in here. It's not in here. The second one either. It's really not. It's really not. And I'm gonna get to that too. But you know what? Let's get to the episode too. Actually get into this. You know what I mean? What can I start with? Okay, so in this episode, we have Winston and the team getting together. You got Yin, the Shogun trio, the brother, the sister, and the guy, the annoying guy I don't like. Which I like them a little bit more in this episode. Uh, they also got another guy. His I forgot what was his name. Uh, Gene. So Gene is the father's. So Gene is a friend to the father that passed, and Gene is also an assassin. And it looks like he assassinates. He's like a bounty hunter, I guess. He assassinates bad people because this is hilarious too. not hilarious, but it was funny. Because there's a part in the episode where Gene is like shooting, he misses the first time, and he's like, "Yo, nah, we're not having this." And then he actually pops him in the next shot. You know what I'm saying? And then we got that back and forth between the brother and Gene. That was cool. I actually like that. That was a little bit funny. But I like Gene. I like Gene. This man, he has his priorities in order. This man would rather smash. I mean, I'm sorry. This man would rather continue his career than to smash. Okay, you don't want no lady, no nothing. He's like, yo, the thrill that I get is from capping dudes. Okay, sniping. Okay, COD line sniping out here. You know what I mean? So I was like, respect, respect, respect. Yeah. So we got the team getting together, figuring out what to do. Uh, we got Winston, young Winston, going around looking for allies to help storm the Continental. That's their game plan: is to break into the Continental, X out Cormac, and take it over. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking maybe this is how the Continental becomes the way it is. With the gun running, like as you see a lot of guns everywhere. Like it's like a real. It's like Winston, and I could be wrong, but it seems like Winston made it to where there's like guns everywhere. Like like in the places that you wouldn't expect, like a mom and pop store or or wine tastery or something. Like in John Wick 2, when John Wick had to go to Italy to get rid of what was his name? I forgot. I forgot his name. The Sortino? Yeah, Sortino's sister. And then they went to that wine tasting place or something like that. And then they had the wine taste the weapons. Like something like that. Maybe these dudes, the karate, the karate trio, the brother, sister, and the dude. I'm thinking maybe they are responsible for that, which it would be interesting. It would definitely be interesting if that was the case. Okay. So yeah, so Winston is going around right now, getting all of the allies he can. You know, so that's basically what this whole thing is. This whole episode's about. Partly because there's different parts to it. Because remember, this is a mini series, so this is longer than a regular episode. Like this is longer than a Disney Plus episode. Like the episodes be like an hour 20, hour 19. This one was an hour 19. Okay. So yeah, sorry. Sorry guys. So here's the thing. Uh we see different parts of the sorry. It focuses on different characters this episode. And I'm really digging that. I'm really digging that we're getting so much focus on Sharon. Uh because Sharon, we know from the John Wick movies that was played by the late the great Lance Ritter. Now, we never really got a full backstory of Sharon, you know. But here, I love that we're getting that here. We find out that he came from a country that's war torn, that's just unsenseless violence everywhere. Dude said that I'd rather be in New York City in the '70s than back home. At least here it's controlled violence. I'm like, bro, that is a statement. Let me tell y'all something. That is a statement, okay? Especially in the 1970s New York. Man, anybody that lived in the '70s will tell you. And I haven't lived in the '70s. I'm not that old. Okay, I'm an old man, but I'm not that old. But sorry guys, let me fix this real quick. There you go. But I've heard stories from people that's lived during that time, and they were like, it was like the wild wild west out there at one point. So, and you know what? That's what I liked about this too. Actually, let me go back to what I was saying about Sharon. I actually like that. We're getting more on Sharon. We find out that he's trying to get his father to come to America, which we don't know if he did because seeing the movies, we never see Sharon's father, so we don't know. But that's his whole reasoning for coming here, for coming to the hotel, things of that nature. So and then we see how important Sharon is when it comes to the Continental. He is an important part of the Continental. Okay. Cormac, man, let me tell you something. Mel Gibson, shenanigans aside, shenanigans outside. Mel Gibson did his thing in this show. He's doing his thing in this show. I'm sorry. He doing it good. He plays the crime maniac boss very well. Mel's always been my favorite actor. I love Mel Gibson. Okay, I love the Lethal Weapon franchise. I love anything that this man is in. Okay, shenanigans aside, I love this man, bro. I love this man be acting, bro. He was a mess this episode. Not really because in the beginning he gets strong on by the high table. Because you know what, and it's crazy because the first episode we kind of saw him as this intimidating mob boss. This mob. Well, he was a mob boss at one point, but now he's like the manager of the hotel. So as a manager of the hotel, he was menacing, he was, cunning and stuff like that. Like I really did dig his character the first episode. That was the strong highlights for me in the first episode. But for the second one, he's still a highlight because we saw him as, the imposing dude. Now we see him like terrified, afraid. And I think that was the theme for Cormac. He was afraid. He was afraid of the high table, and he was also afraid of Sharon being taken away. And I'm going to talk about that later on because that was insane. So it was just on both parts, and just seeing that scene where the high table lady, I forgot her name, the high table lady and her bodyguard, the Scottish dude, I don't know what he is, but he has the kilt, so I'm assuming he's Scottish. Well, if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know. So both of them come through and they're both like, "Yo, you've been messing up this whole operation, bro. You've been yo debacle has reached the high table, and now they're asking for this coin press to come back within their facility in 3 days. If it's not here in 3 days, you're getting suspended and probably worse. Knowing them is probably worse. Probably worse. So, and Cormac is just like, he's like, oh, no problem. I got you. Like, just scared. Like, this is the first time I ever seen this man scared. He was just like, especially when the lady took off the mask, which I guess whatever. Well, we didn't get to see what she looked like without the mask, but it must look very grotesque. Because even Cormac was like, "Yo, I was eating until she, I was eating until she took off the mask." I was like, "Yo, I'm still trying to process that," you know. Oh man. So like I said, I really did like this episode more than I liked the first episode. So yeah, we did get introduced to Gene. Also on the karate on the I said karate front on the Shogun route. The actual with the karate trio. Sorry about that. There's a new player that comes in, the new Chinese crime boss, well, crime boss of Chinatown comes through, and he comes to the sister for whatever reason, and he got beef with the sister. I don't know what that's about. But he like, yeah, stop coming, and she's like, yo, stop. We had an agreement. My father and your father had an agreement. Don't bring no stuff over here. We won't bring no stuff over to you. We keep it copacetic. And the mob boss, new mob boss, is like, nah. Oh, here we go. My boy, Buggy in HDTV. What's going on,
How you
my
doing,
boy?
my boy?
Hey, I'm here, man. How you doing, bro? You good?
Pretty good. I'm calling in on my phone. See how this works.
Wow. All right. I see you got the old TV set out here. Okay.
Yeah, it was one of the background filters. But
Right.
what were you talking about before I jumped in here?
Oh, so nah, you good, man. I was talking about episode 2. I was just getting into the part where because I'm kind of going like all over the place. I was talking
Yeah,
about Cormac and like the high table part. Where the table lady came through, and she was like, "Yo,
yeah.
you got 3 days," and it reminded me of the adjudicator from the third one.
It's it's funny you bring that up because watching I wasn't here for the first episode, but
No, you was not, but it's
I
okay.
definitely get a lot of vibes from the John Wick movies, like certain scenes. Like you were just bringing up 3 days to bring the press back, the coin press.
Coin Crush, yeah, yeah, and yeah, and it's crazy, how much it's like sort of similar, but it's very different at the same time. And I was saying that earlier, like the things that we see in John Wick are not the same as we see in this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna get into that a little bit later, but yeah, we don't like Sharon, for example. I was saying also before you got here that Sharon, it's cool that we got more focus on him and getting a little bit more of his backstory because I was saying before you got here, we didn't get a lot of that in the movies. We just
Yeah,
see him,
no.
helping out Winston, being the right hand man. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see that. It was cool to find out that he has a father that he's trying to bring to this country. And that's that and he's been at the hotel, he's been at the hotel ever since. Trying to get his
Hey,
his father back
uh,
there. What's up?
Mel Gibson's character's got to go.
Yeah, oh yo, I was just talking about him too. Yo. This man's a menace.
He's got
He's
to
he's
go.
nah. He's a menace, bro. He's a menace. Like the fact I was gonna wait till later, but nah, we gotta talk about this now. The fact this man sat here, beat the living crap out of this kid, the
Oh yeah,
violinist. Yo, he
oh
was
yeah.
just chilling. He was just like he was excited about going to Switzerland and all that. He was yo, Mel was yo.
All because this man wanted to go somewhere else.
Yeah, like Sharon wanted to. He was thinking about going with it, but he was like, "Nah, I want to be with I want to be with Cormac. You know what I'm saying? This is a future right here." And even he said that to the man. He was like, "Yo, Mr. Cormac, I tried to tell him, to come with me, but he was like, nah, he sees a future with you." And you could just see, and that's why I love Mel. I love Mel Gibson, bro. His face. You already knew he was gonna kill this kid. You already
And
knew.
it seems like this how I'm guessing how Winston came under control to
Yeah,
have the
I'm guessing that
Continental
too.
under his rule.
Yeah, I was guessing that too because like I was saying before you got here, he's making power moves to try to storm the Continental, take out Cormac so he can take it over. And oddly enough, he goes to the Bowery, which is crazy because it's not Laura Fishburne's character; it's another character, another a woman character, black lady character. And I found that interesting because I'm like, who is this lady? And like, how is she related to Lawrence Fishburne's character in any way? You know?
That's the other thing. Like how does Fishburne come into that role of power?
Right, right. And the only thing I can really think of is that's his mother. That's the only thing I really think of.
That was one of the first things I started thinking of too. That
Yeah,
was probably his
yeah.
mom.
Yeah, because I can't see somebody of her stature just giving it to one of her employees. I just can't see that. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Yeah, so that has to be her son. That has to be. And I mean, but that's interesting that that's his mom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's what I like about the show though. I like that they're building their world building, from what we've seen in the movies. And I love that. And that's why I have like such an appreciation for the franchise because they don't really give you explanations like that. They don't go into
no,
long
they
drawn
don't.
explanations. Like it's just straight up action. That's it. You know about the Continental, you know about the coins, the currency, all that. That's it. That's all you need to know. And then after we get to each movie, they build on the lore more and more and more. And and that makes me just appreciate the movies even more. You know what I'm saying? Hmm.
Um, One thing I wanted to talk about, I know you probably talked about it already, but Um, is it Bunsen? Is that the character's last name? The chick that fought the Asian people on top of the car.
Actually, no, I didn't talk about that.
That was probably my favorite scene out of the whole episode,
Yeah,
honestly.
mine's too. Yo, she went to work on these dudes. She said, yo, stop throwing the rocks at my goddamn windows, bro. You gonna get these hits. And they did. All of them. But I like though how, she used like standard like karate techniques for the
Oh
for the
yeah,
action scene. Like I really like that. She actually did the defense stance and all of that. Like I really was digging that, and she was putting in the work on them dudes. Like the crime boss dude was like, "Yo, y'all need to get out of here. Y'all embarrass me enough. Get out of here."
we
uh,
we also talked about well, I don't know about you. We also discovered how Winston and his brother came to be to work under Mel Gibson's character. What's his
Cormac,
name? Cormac.
Cormac, yeah,
Cormac. There we go.
Cormac, yeah, yeah, yeah. He got that. He's got that Irish villain type name.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
honestly, I don't know. Besides Charon and Winston, I don't care about anybody else's name in this show, honestly, because we don't see them at all whatsoever in the John Wick series.
Which one?
All the other characters in the show.
Oh yeah, like, and I'm glad you brought that up because there's like certain plot points that I wasn't really. I'm like, yo, so where's this going? Like, especially the one with the lady cop and the
Oh, that
like,
yeah,
yeah,
that sub story. Like, what's the whole purpose of that? I really don't care about that. But
exactly.
what's the
Like,
whole reason?
right,
Like, everybody's telling you don't go to this hotel. There's reason not for you to go there, and it begs. And I just started thinking like, because I remember in the first John Wick and the second one where we had that cop show up at John Wick's house and they're like kind of like working together and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like they know
right.
they have a history. Like I wonder when the cops, I guess, are getting paid by the high table or this
I
organization.
mean, yeah, because I mean, we never really got an explanation on it. That's what I just assumed. I just assumed
Yeah,
that.
that's John Wick is one of those worlds where you don't know much about it until you watch the movies, and each one
That's what
has
I'm
like
saying. Right,
a
right.
different world building behind it.
Right, so it's just like, I just always assume that, they always got paid off. But I guess we're gonna see how they got paid off. I guess because I mean, even now it seems like something's going on with the cops. Like they like, nah, don't go over there. Just don't go in that hotel. Don't do it. Even in the first episode, when she went in there, she got bad vibes from it. She was just like, all right, I'm not safe. I need to get out of here right now.
So besides the main story, you have the subplot with the cops, whatever
Right.
they're gonna do when they find out what's happening, and then uh Francis is it Francis or Frank? I always forget.
Oh, Frankie?
Frankie, there we go.
Yeah.
Frankie's wife, girlfriend, like what's her
Oh, yeah.
role in all this too?
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. That scene where she took out all them dudes in the
In the movie
movie.
theater? Oh
Yo,
yeah. Oh
oh,
yeah.
that was brutal as hell, bro.
She she she
Oh
she
my
she
god.
home alone that whole
Yo,
movie theater.
I'm glad you. Yo, I got that in my notes too, bro. Oh my god, Macaulay Culkin up in here, bro. Like, yo, I think she took like a sign or something, like a parking sign
Yeah,
that was
and threw
slicing
it
dude.
at the lever that was behind the dude.
Yo, and they got hit with that. It's not a nail. Right? It's not an anvil, right? It's like a
It's an anchor.
anchor. I'm sorry, again, and then proceeded to beat this man with a sledgehammer. I was like, yo, you for the win, son. Even I was talking about this in the first episode. Even that first episode when she was fighting that dude, I was like, best scene, one of the best scenes.
You know what it is too, bro. Like I feel like it's underusing this Wick world not to the fullest potential. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Yes, that I'm yes, yes. I agree with that. I do agree with that. And I'm glad you brought that up because the action here is not the same as it is in the movies.
Because
It's not. It's not.
if I'm being honest, when I'm watching it, I do not think of John Wick. I think of
Right.
a
Right.
crime noir movie or
Right.
series of leading up to this whole takeover of the Continental.
Right, and and they just put John Wick on the damn thing. It's
Yeah,
just like, hey,
exactly.
John Wick, don't
Yeah,
worry about it. Have a good time. And that's what I feel like, because the action sequences are not the same as it is in the movies. Like, for example, even with this the when the sister was out here beating the other guy's butts in the street, there's a lot of cuts when they fight.
yeah.
It's a lot of cuts, and that usually means that the actor that's doing is not very proficient, fighting wise. And I'm glad you brought that up too, because that shows you the difference between the actors here and then the actors in the movies. Because Keanu has been in the game for a very long time. He actually knows the martial arts. He actually done the gun training. So has Halle Berry. So has Common. They've all done the gun training, and it shows really well. But here it's like, nah, it's not the same thing. Like it's like it's like you
Yeah.
said, they're it's not really in the world of John Wick, but then it is at the same time. Like that, yeah, I think that's the best way I could really put it. Especially with the like I said, especially with the action scenes. Like it's not bad, but it's just like not what I was expecting from something called John Wick. Because I'm expecting the same quality from there I'm
Yeah.
expecting in the shows. You know what I'm saying? And then there's not that many action scenes in the actual show itself, which is crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was literally gonna say that. Like,
Yeah,
there's maybe two scenes max in this episode. In the last one, I don't remember how many there were, but it's very few and limited.
yeah, and I feel like that's the problem.
Because with the John Wick movies, you're just constantly going, constantly going, constantly going.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the problem because why I
This
look like
man's in
that.
the red room right now.
Ooh, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell is going on. Hold up. Okay, we're good. Yeah, because that's why I'm saying like it's just weird because it don't feel like a John. There we go. It don't feel like a John Wick movie. I mean, like a show. It doesn't feel like it's from this universe. Like the same things that I would equate to it, it's not there. Especially with the action, you know. And even they're giving us characters too that I've never seen before. I've never stuck around with these characters except for Winston and Sharon. Other than that, I've never really dealt with any of these characters before, especially with the cop part, with the lady cop and the officer that she's banging up, that she's having an
Yeah.
affair with. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, why is she here? Like, what is going on here? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to
Um,
remember if I got everything I said. No, go ahead, bro.
I really wanted to harp on what we were talking about, how it really doesn't feel like it's in the John Wick universe, but like
Yeah, I
it has the characters. It doesn't feel the same.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I feel like that's really where the problem lies in this show because again, the action's not the same. John is not in
Oh,
this show. Yeah.
I remember what I was gonna say. Like, maybe if you had an episode of like actually us diving more into this world, then maybe. But it's just, I don't know. It's a good show, but it's kind of falling flat on my end.
Yeah, you know what? It kind of is for me too. Like, mind you, before you got on, I said that this episode was better than the last one for me. Um, however, the complaints that I had about the first one episode are still here. You know, and I don't know.
What were your complaints with the first episode? I wasn't
Oh
here.
yeah, that's right. My bad. So the first complaint that I have was what we just said. It doesn't feel like John Wick at all. It doesn't feel that way. The action doesn't seem John Wick. It doesn't seem. Honestly, it seems like something that I would see from a regular action movie. You know,
I'm glad you brought that up. I echo that same sentiment.
yeah, because with John Wick, boy, was something different to the action game. It stopped the shaky cam. It stopped the different, the sudden cuts to hits and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
they like it was just so. Oh, and then the camera angle where you zooming up on the dude because you know the dude probably can't do the actual action, so they zoom up on the actual dude to not show the inexperience of the actual actor doing it or whatever. So none of that was there. And I also said that this felt very different. It don't feel like John Wick. Like the atmosphere itself doesn't feel like John Wick to me. It feels more like a 70s thriller. That's what it feels like to me.
Also, yeah, also like the only time it ever feels like a John Wick property is when we're actually at the Continental or we're like talking to Winston or Charon.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even at the Continental, I don't feel like the Continental. Because I feel like the dudes, the actual henchmen that's at the Continental, they ain't the same level as the ones you see in the movies. They not on that same level. Like, they
No.
literally look like dudes that just came out on the street to work for the weekend. Like, that's what it looked like to me, a lot of them. Like, it don't look like
Everybody's working for the weekend.
weekend. Oh, but I did like that, though. I did like that they use a lot of the music in there, too. I'm not going to hold
Yeah, that's
you.
only the only thing we kind of agree on. The music is there.
Yeah, like nah,
It's
but
got all the hits from the 70s and 80s.
it's literally like every episode. Oh,
Yeah, like I wonder how much money they shelled out for all those
no,
rights and like
for
license.
real. Like they played every single every 70s popular 70s music. I mean song. Every like 5 or 10 minutes.
I just remembered right now. I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you talked about it yet, but when Frankie and Winston were young, how Cormac sent them to go burn down a building.
Oh, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even bring that up. Yeah, I was gonna bring it up, but yeah, Cormac. I said Cormac. Winston got an arm, bro. Like he literally threw that like two floors up with perfect
For
accuracy.
real.
Yo, for real, you should have been a baseball player. Like, yo, your talent this is wasted, bro. You need to go to the major leagues, bro. Like, even Frankie said, like, yo, like, he didn't want to admit he got an arm though, but it was like, all right, bro, just throw the thing. Um, yeah, and but you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because that linked up to where we get at the end where I said Cormac. Winston is talking to Sharon, trying to get him on his side. He's like, yo, I ain't gonna
Mm.
hold you. You know, yo, Cormac played me too, bro. He played me too, the same way. And then, taught and then told Sharon, like, yo, well, how Cormac acts. And then that's when you get to, yo, this was the crazy part. So Cormac not only kills this kid, the
Hold on,
violinist.
hold on. Not just that, the one-liners he gives.
Oh, he said, "You moved me to tears," or something like that, while he beating the living crap out of him, bro.
Oh man.
Yo, not even that, bro. Cormac is a whole public menace. This man not only beat this kid, got the pool of Kool Aid right there on the like laying there, right there with the pool of Kool Aid right there. He leaves it there for Sharon to come back, see this kid. This is just lifeless body on the floor, and you got Cormac looking up top, talking to Sharon coming to the bottom. I was like, bro, the hell is wrong with you? And the wild part is Sharon didn't seem phased by this at all. So I'm sure you probably
Nah.
saw some shit, but like, nah, this takes the cake because this was your boy.
Yeah, because I remember he did say that from where he was, the Continental made it seem like just like a normal day.
Yeah, like no day at all. Like, oh, somebody got excommunicated. Oh, well, it is what it is. Next, and it was
And
crazy.
I don't even think they actually gave a location of where he's actually from.
No, I don't think they did. The only thing they said was at his country, which was this was a crazy ass statement. His country was very like war torn and violent stuff like that.
I
And
believe it because around that time in the 70s and 80s,
oh
a
yeah,
lot of
oh yeah,
stuff
oh
was
yeah.
happening like that.
Especially in the set. Nah. And the wild part he said was, I feel better in the Continental than I do in
Oh
New
yeah,
than I do back in my country.
yeah,
That's a statement, bro. Especially back then in the 70s. The 70s, bro. New York. Nah, nah, it was like Wild Wild West out here, bro. Back then. Nah.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
But I
I,
you,
it's
mm.
it's it's funny you bring that up because I just immediately thought of American Gangster with Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah, bro. When he went up to Idris Elba, just back.
Yeah, yeah.
Then went back to the restaurant and just started eating. So telling the story. Like, bro.
And it's funny now because I'm also watching Sopranos and just that whole mindset of mafia slash organization, crime organization, what
Right,
any kind of organization, criminal organization.
right. You know what? I gotta watch The Sopranos again. I haven't watched that in like decades. I need to
The
watch
only
that
reason
again.
I'm watching is because so many reels of it have been popping up on Facebook and Instagram. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that's crazy.
I had never seen it.
Really? You never seen it?
I'm on season 4 right now, so I'm like
Oh
almost
wow.
done.
Oh wow. You see, this is a. It's just when it gets to the end, it's just so stupid. It's
I know about the ending, the black fade to black. I know about that, but
right. I
everything
mean, yeah,
else I
because
don't know of.
got you. Oh, you met Big P.
Oh yeah, he's gone already.
Yo, it was wild. They was calling that man Big P on that show. I'm like, that's a hell of a code name, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But yeah, go back to this though. I will say that's what I liked about this show, Continental. I like that they showed the griminess, the actual like grimy and dirtiness of the 70s. Like I love that they were very accurate in that. I love that they were very accurate with the atmosphere of the 70s. That was very, very dope for me. Um, but other than that, like, I mean, do you have any more to add to that, bro?
Nah.
I bet. Oh, I did. Oh, actually, I forgot. What I was gonna say too was, at the end, well, we don't know if Sharon telling
Oh
Cormac
yeah,
about,
I don't know if
yeah,
that was part of the plan or not. Yeah,
right, right. But I tell you what though, when Cormac was like, he was trying to take you away from me.
he was trying to take you away from me.
You saw
Yeah,
his face, bro. You saw Sharon's face, like,
yeah.
the fuck you, like, what do you mean?
Also, I forgot to mention this. I want to say this before we get out of here. The irony of Mel Gibson standing in front of a cross of Jesus. The irony and all that.
You know what? I didn't even think about it till you just said it. That's yeah, yeah, yeah. And his
For those of you
monologue when
that
he was
don't know
talking
Mel
to,
Gibson,
if you if
you
you if you
know.
know, you know. If you know, you know. Oh, we gonna leave it at that. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because that scene, like his monologue was insane. He was like, "Yo, I'm taking every one of y'all with me. If something happens, bro, taking all
Yeah.
y'all with me." And then you saw the twins; they was getting mad. Like the girl was just like, "Yo, I want to take him out, right?" Oh man, but you know what though? Like I said, I did enjoy this episode a little bit more. I'm assuming that the next episode, which is the last one, I'm assuming that's gonna be like an hour and
Yeah,
40
there's only
minutes
three
max.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be an hour and 40 minutes, bro. That's gonna be
It's weird because I don't want to keep going, but like it's like a movie leading up to like this finale.
yeah. Like I'm like I said, these are longer than Disney Plus shows. Like it's run times. It's insane.
Speaking of, I'm waiting to finish this to watch Ahsoka.
Oh, is it out?
Yeah, 48 minutes is the finale.
You know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I rather that than like 25 minutes, bro. Because they've been wilding with the
I feel
ending.
you. I feel you.
They've been wilding. Forgot how long. What show was it? Forgot what show where
Secret
it was just
Invasion.
like it was. Yeah, it might have been that.
It
Yeah,
was, it was Secret Invasion.
yeah. It was like 30 minutes or something like that. It wasn't even a
Something
full
like
hour.
that.
Yeah, I was just like, bro, how you gonna? You know what? We ain't gonna get to that.
We've harped on that show long
Yeah,
enough.
we go watch the reviews, man. That last episode though. I mean, like our last episode of that, insane, insane.
Ah, Gaia is the strongest character.
I was gonna say something else, but I want to get canceled. Anyway, so that'll be it, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. Oh wait, did you give a score, bro?
As far as this episode, 6.57. The first one, 6.
Okay, yeah, I gave it a 6.5. I think I gave a 6.5 the first episode. Give this a good 7. I would give this a good 7. Yeah, it was alright. I like this episode better than the last one. Hopefully the last one, gets me because so far it's been all right. Hey, it's
Yeah,
been it ain't been horrible, but it's not that
the
great. It's
greatest
like it's
either.
like something it's like in the middle. It's like in the middle. I think I was saying that before we got on here. But all right, guys, we're gonna get
And I think the general consensus is the same way too. Like it's like in the middle.
yeah, and it's just and that sucks because we're supposed to get the ballerina. I don't know when we're gonna get it, but we're supposed to get the ballerina
I think that's supposed to be next year.
next year. Okay, well I hope they kind of put up the production. I hope it's better than this because the Continental ain't really
If I remember correctly, Ballerina is supposed to be between 3 and 4, or
oh
no,
okay okay
or
okay
somewhere around that time, like more recent timeline.
oh, okay got you okay got you because I know Anna the Arms is supposed to be in that one too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I'm still excited for that, but like I said, I hope the ballerina is better than this show because this show, again, it's not a bad show, but it's not a great show either. It's just somewhere in the middle. And I hope the ballerina finds some common ground in that, but hopefully surpasses this show. So we'll see.
yeah.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Definitely comment down below. And we'll see